Greetings all of you beautiful artworks made by AI, and welcome back to Terratech with me, Lathrix, and of course, welcome to the video after I've repaired my computer, because in the last video, which you never got to see, I was halfway through recording footage and then the computer basically exploded. I have now fixed it over the last few days, and we are back in business. Now, of course, that does mean a little bit of footage has been completely removed from existence. Thankfully, the save and everything else, I do make backups, just not during the recording. So the world is still here, our base is still here. You've just missed me build this plane and go over to the Reticule research lab over here, do a few Hawkeye missions, and now we're about to destroy all the turrets to help out with the Tesla troubles. This is another one of the missions for Reticule research, one of the story missions, and hopefully we'll get some more items. Now, the goal of today's video, which I explained a few days ago, which clearly you weren't listening, I am building my very first bridge in the new base. I am there to build the bridge so we can move around and use it a little bit smoother than we currently are. So, let's land this thing, which is incredibly difficult to land naturally because it just doesn't want to move at slow speeds. There we go, and we're gonna go ahead and do this mission here. Now, it's a very simple mission, thankfully. It's destroy these towers. There's some power surges all around. Look at me using this beautiful Venture skin. This is the Venture, which one is it? It's this one here. The Dusk Wave, so it's all synth-wavy. Well, we could go Tron. Let's go Tron for a second. And the reason why it's all small and quick and stuff is because these towers will kill you in one shot. Go on. Thank you. So we're just going to have to go ahead, take out the battery packs hidden around, take out these towers, and then Atom will reward us generously. Now, the reason why I want to do a lot of the Reticule research stuff is because we need the scrapper, but also we need a lot of the stuff to make the bridges look good. I want their windows and I want their regular blocks, and I don't really have any of them, and doing missions is more fun than just crafting everything. So, let's just get this mission done, shall we? Hey everyone, Future Lathrix here, as is now tradition with this series. Just to say, this video is going to be a little bit more chaotic than usual, because whilst I was recording it the first time, my computer completely died on me and I lost all the footage of that recording. Thankfully, everything else is backed up, so our save is nice and safe, but then I did have to wait several days to start recording again. I've now fully fixed the computer with brand new parts. It's all working absolutely fantastically, but my brain's been a little bit scattered since then. I'm also about to go back to England to visit my family. My dog is incredibly sick, and this will be the last time I get to see her, so I'm rushing to try and get all that sorted, and I should have had several days more to record this video. Everything is rushed, everything is chaotic, and hopefully it's going to be enjoyable. Now, whilst I was gone, there was an update to the game. I did not know this until halfway through recording this video today, and yeah, Lathrix is going to be shocked by the new blocks suddenly appearing, and here they are all in the background. Some of them are going to be a lot more useful than others. We have these brackets, which I think look fantastic when you're building your base, and then we have all of the GSO stuff here, all the new hub stuff, which I think looks really good. We have the arches, the frames, then we have the bonnet over here. I don't know why I called that a hub for, but we're going to leave that in anyway. So, I really do hope you enjoy the video. Thank you so much for the support on the series so far. There will be a delay over the next week or so as I sort out stuff back in England and also make sure my computer is actually working just fine, but then we'll be back in our normal schedule. Have a lovely day, and now, back into the past. First room done, and surprise, surprise, more turrets are being deployed. Ooh. This time with lasers. Okay, so I actually have no idea where the battery pack is here. I'm guessing it's behind one of these walls, so I'm going to say top left. I have done this mission, but a very long time ago, to be fair. Good if I can actually see where my craft is. See where my craft is. This thing turns really quickly and moves very quickly when it wants to, but it's also liable to kind of slide. Why does everything I build lightly just drift? Ooh, come on. There we go. I think I prefer these colours. Well, there's one there at the back with an actual weapon, so I could just build up a proper combat craft. Or what we could do is cheese it a little bit. Okay, let's get closer to the edge. And just constantly turn our vehicle so the gun is constantly facing outwards. And through the power of the ever-beloved missiles, everything is once again right with the world. It has lost its gun, yeah? Yep. Lovely. Missiles just make everything better. Okay, obviously flying is the easy answer here, but that's boring. I mean, it's the easy answer for a lot of these things. So, I think I just have to get through the gauntlet. Come on. God, these lasers have less focus than I do. What's that? What's that? What's that? Wait, can I just get, like, underneath them? They are far less scary than they look. Okay, let's have a little wait here then. Pew pew. Beautiful. Can I just get, like, past the other one by going behind it? Okay. Oh. Okay, same idea as before then. Oh, actually, no, we can't look. It's shielded. Oh, I want to have another look. How do I do this? That one's quite slow. I don't think there's enough room to get past behind it. We can definitely get in front of it and it won't hit me because I'm too small. This thing's going to be constantly firing, so it's just a matter of just speed. There we go. That drift was intentional, it just didn't look intentional. I promise. Yee. Okay, there we go. Fantastic. Be nimble and pack a lot of firepower. That's what my granddad used to tell me. Oh, this time it's offline? Or did I just knock something out instantly important? Yeah, well. Cleanup duty is in action. One day I'll build something stable that moves properly. But till then, explosives will carry me through. Good job! Wow. Okay, out of all of the Reticule research places, now I'm seeing this open. This will be a really cool base. Why don't I have ducts? Why can't I build with ducts? Hi, Atom. Give me the rewards, please. Give me all the shiny things. Boop. While I report back to HQ, why don't you start rebuilding the defense systems, yes? For science! For science indeed. Now, give me the reward. That's a lot more experience I thought I was going to get from that. And we get... Oh, of course we get the Tesla towers. That's the whole point in the mission. How did I not put 2 and 2 together? I got some walls, though. That's good. Yeah, this is why we need some scrappers of this stuff. There's very expensive stuff from these missions. If me words can use. Okay, well, let's get back to base and let's see what we're doing next. I was doing a lot of better future missions as well before the computer destruction. That's why I've managed to get this craft. I upped our license, I think? Well, either way, I got loads of stuff. Doesn't really matter if I did or didn't. Let's get back to the base and see how things are working there. This thing wibbles so much. I like a flying craft that wibbles. Man, that looks fantastic. Yeah, of all the Reticule research places, that is definitely the one I'd choose to build in. I like the pylon elements. You could build on top of it and build a whole second floor really easily. But back to our lovely ruins for its rustic charms. So the reason why I built this craft in the first place, since I realise I didn't actually explain it technically, is because we need to get to loads and loads of mission sites, because I need lots and lots of stuff, and because we're not harvesting, that's my only way of doing money, and although our combat vehicle is perfect in combat, it's not the fastest thing ever. So this is now being built if I just need to get from place to place, which does mean I need a more reliable, deployable combat vehicle, like our derp, but stronger. Okay, now we're back. So let's see if I can find another Reticule research mission, hopefully closer to the base, and then we'll get to work on the... Then we'll get to work crashing the game. Okay, so it's going to be the standard, isn't it? Just destroy lots and lots of things, right? I'm assuming so. Well, I'm going to run around till I get the Reticule research mission anyway, so... Maybe I should give this thing some basic weaponry. Let's proceed, trooper. What do we get? Destroy 50 techs. Okay, well, we'll get that done while we do other things. The two most overpowered things in this game easily are missiles and anything that flies. So naturally, if you combine the two, you're gonna win. You're gonna really win. So I'm probably not gonna keep this craft like this in the future, but yeah, it just took out like 8 hate enemies without taking a scratch because it can stay nice and far away whilst obliterating them at range. How is that cab not dead yet? That one cab is so hardy. There we go. I think we got a little bit of what I wanted there. Is that one of the ramps? No, it's a large fort anchor, but that works as well. Okay, so that's something we wanted, and then lots of stuff for later. I still want to make myself a las tank, so definitely want those. What's that? Actually, what is this? Oh, a little collector. Oh, I thought this was going to be way more exciting. The next Reticule research mission is just refusing to load in, so we're just going to do as many Hawkeye missions as we can until then. I'm hoping I don't need to max out my GSO license, because that will take absolutely ages, which is time I don't really have right now. So, if nothing else works, we're going to get enough stuff by brute force just destroying lots and lots of Hawkeye stuff. To build Hawkeye stuff, because we are now Hawkeye. Oh, is that one still alive? I thought it was destroyed. Now it is. Yeah, missiles are cool, but you know what's cooler? Hails of shots. Well, I've got enough blocks to at least start building stuff, and a lot of tank parts, which is always nice. Not really what I wanted, but yet again, everything we get here, we can always scrap down and make what we want. How do I always forget I have an SCU on this craft? I don't know, because memory is hard. Kind of just rammed the base I was meant to be capturing then, didn't I? Well, you know, if it works, it works. One more GSO mission done. So many corpses to collect. I gotta be honest, after these last few missions and the sheer amount of parts I've collected, I might just have enough to just build the bridge. Really wanted the next Reticule research mission though. I'm starting to think maybe I need to level up GSO. What I'm going to do is go back into the plane and go to loads and loads of the trade stations to see if we can get it to spawn. If we can't, I might just finish off GSO. GSO is normally very good at just giving us loads of resources, even if apparently I can't pronounce GSO at the moment. I have been staring at this little cab for so long. Thank you! Okay, so the quad railgun, by the way, is way better than I originally thought it was. Just the ability to aim with a railgun in this game is pretty nice. The actual damage just saps shields away in seconds, and if you hit a critical part, you instantly destroy it. So, yeah, I think I just need a bigger version of this thing to deploy, honestly. Come on, hurry up. Although it does have trouble with single cabs sometimes. Well done, Derp. You completed your very first combat mission. So basically I'm just swapping between the plane and this thing at the moment. Just gonna do loads of missions. I'm trying to get the Reticule research mission to spawn in, but every time I see a good GSO mission, I'm gonna grab that as well. Suddenly got all the Venture story missions. That's for another day. Probably should finish off Craftier Business. Let's go do that finally. What are these? Slim arch, curved left frame, curved right frame, running board. Was there an update while my computer was broken? So I did a bit of checking up, and yeah, there was an update. So there's some new GSO blocks and some new Better Future blocks, and I'm sure Future Lathrix has already told you that, but I'm telling you this now as well as present Lathrix, soon to be past Lathrix. I'm just going to quickly finish off Craftier Business and a few other missions, and then we're going to get building. I do want to test out a lot of the new Reticule research blocks. They're just brackets, but I think they're going to work really well. I cheated, I just grabbed one. There we go. Here goes your leg back, I guess. Go on then, Crafty Mike. Give me the reward, and then I can continue to try and get all the other stuff sorted. Well, that's pretty straightforward. Goodbye, Glump. Better future scrapper acquired. Only 20k to go, then we've maxed out GSO. Ow. Perfect. Got some of the fort floors. That's what we're going to need to build our bridge. Still continuing with GSO. I think I'm going to max out GSO, and then regardless then, we're going to build the bridge because we're going to have so much resource to sell right now. We're going to be able to just buy all the stuff we need. That's the plan. I mean, the plan has changed like 10 times in this video, but that's the plan currently. Another tech successfully defended. We're being very good guys today, despite the fact we're destroying so many things. So close now, less than 10,000. Why is there always a cab? Which I can never hit. I think it's just Venture. Venture cabs are just really annoyingly quick if they're not on really tough terrain. I can't grab any of these until it's destroyed. I'm going to destroy everything, aren't I? Goodbye all these lovely parts I was collecting. Whoa. Wow, that thing just melted. The GSO license out is complete, and with that, it means we get access to the payload terminal, which means we can buy all the stuff we need to craft whatever we want. At least in terms of all the dongles and everything else for our component factories. Right, I did just get that. Yeah, where is it? There it is, the payload terminal. So with that, let's get back to our base and let's build ourselves a bridge. I did just save that tech, but did then fly off into the trees. Oh. And there it goes. Okay, well it was saved briefly. It lived longer than expected. It's welcome. We are going to need a lot of these, and this is why we need to craft them. I've just put down another component factory, so we are already making a lot of these. We're going to need loads of these fort floors. That'll go all the way across, and then a couple of non-anchored ramps on the other side. Then I'll make the sides look a bit better, and of course add some walls to them. That's also going to be very expensive, I imagine. Making floors. Turning a pile of guns into a pile of floors. So I encountered a problem because I once again forgot the whole size limit of techs, and the way I wanted to build it won't quite work. That's as far as we can get, which is annoyingly close. So I'm going to try and see how far I can build this thing across. I'm really hoping I can just move it a little bit further forwards. Oh, this is so weird. And... oh. Okay, close. If I start this one earlier. I really hope this bridge will be okay. So far, I do like how it looks. Obviously, it doesn't have any of the side elements or anything yet, or even the underside, but yeah. Kinda love it. I have scrapped so many things now, but we are actually getting very, very close to being done, at least with the base of this thing. So I've fixed everything by just moving the bridge as far forward as I possibly could. The very end, sadly, isn't normal slopes, but these work just fine. At the moment, there's a bit of a bounce. That's just because it's not quite perfectly placed, but that's absolutely fine. I've built all of this. I haven't bought anything except for a couple of the slopes at the very bottom. I simply didn't have any of the very, very small fort armors, and currently I'm making so much stuff, including lots and lots of these, the proper large fort walls, which are very, very expensive, hence me scrapping almost everything I own. So, what we need to do is add more of these walls to the side to make it look a bit more interesting, honestly. On top of that, we'll have some of the Reticule research stuff, all of the windows, and then I need to make a permanent tech down there, because for once, this is the first building which honestly is actually vulnerable. This thing can be shot from multiple angles, and I don't want all this hard work to be for absolutely nothing. But yeah, it's currently a functional bridge. No longer does this tech, whilst in the base, have to go all the way around. You can now skip all of that and just go straight to here. So that's good. Just needs to be a bit smoother and a bit cooler. So I had to call it here, because at this point I am now just adding decorations like these armor panels down the bottom. Here I'm going to add some more pieces here and there, some lighting and everything else. But for the most part, it is now complete. The bridge is in action, the bridge is fully functional, and I've even lowered it a little bit by trying to maneuver it. So now it's a bit less bumpy on the way in and the way off. But really, if we have a vehicle which has proper wheels and not a track, then this should be absolutely fine. The track itself is what's catching between the track and the first wheel here. Every other wheel, absolutely fine, no issues at all. Honestly, I think it looks really good for a first attempt. Definitely needs a few more decorations, but that's what I'm going to do off camera, and also in the next few videos, because now, of course, we need to sort out the rest of the base. We have the fabrication, we have all this, but we do have the rest of all of these ruins to sort out. There's going to be a bridge pretty much identical to this going over this gap, but this gap is bigger, so we're going to need this to be two separate techs, which is going to take a lot of balancing. But to do that, I'm going to have to do some more missions, because these things are very expensive. Even if I just buy them, it's an absolute nightmare, and I've had to scrap and build most of this bridge purely because of the cost. I simply couldn't have afforded to sell things and buy this. But I am incredibly happy with how it turned out. Some angles look better than others, and once again the game crashes on me. It's done this twice, and both times while recording. Something to bear in mind is that I am in the unstable branch, which of course is prone to bugs and crashes and everything else, so don't worry, the base is absolutely fine. I keep on finding what's causing the problems and fixing them, and there's nothing really too much to worry about overall. These things will be fixed, and if they don't, I can always just go back to the stable branch. So with that, thank you so much for watching. I'm so glad to be back in Terratech already, and our schedule will recommence probably in the next week or two, because right now, there's just so much I need to get sorted out in real life, so thank you so much for your patience. I really do hope you've enjoyed today's video, and if you have, then of course, likes, favourite, shares, comments, all that good stuff helps out me, helps out the channel, and most importantly, shows that Terratech is a series you wish to see continued in the future. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye. Have a lovely day, do take care, and I'll see you in probably a week or so. Maybe some other videos before then. We'll see.